Welcome to the monthly Astroflower family reading for the fixed signs. That's Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius. Yes, it will be timestamped. There is a timestamp in the description below. It is also connected to a live that I will be doing on Sunday where you can ask questions on any of the petals that you've seen within your reading. If you want more clarification, personal clarification for yourself, according to this, or even on the collective as well, the collective reading which came out this week, you're more than welcome to join us. You've got to be subscribed in order to do that. And yes, it would be lovely to see you here. So we're just going to go in the order that we normally do the weeklies. So we've got Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, then Aquarius. Okay, so without further ado, let's just get on with it. Taurus. Let's see what's going on with your reading here for November. There is a definite thing going on your relationship side. It is it's incredibly quick, very intuitive, and a whole new cycle that's coming on here, that you're being pulled into a mission in life about it all. It's a mission to discover something. That's the sort of thing I'm feeling here, that it's something that's not quite, doesn't quite sit right, that you need to understand in order for your relationships to go to where, to what it should be doing. It could, in the direction that you so desire. Could have something to do with your financial side as well, because it seems like there's a lot going on there as well. This understanding of where you're going and the calling that you're going to is absolutely brilliant. But on the relationship side, there's a little bit more caution going on. And this is why we might be able to understand the overall energy, which is the Nine of Wands. It's healthy boundaries. I think the general energy here, creating little situations which stop you from overloading on the relationship side and getting too caught up in it. And stops you from detracting as well on your financial side and getting too pulled from pillar to post. There's a lot of that's going on. I think there's a case here that's for everything on both sides, on your relationship side and your financial side. I think it's a case of keeping your eye on the goal, keeping your eye on where you're going. On your relationship side, you have that knight in shining armor. I think we saw it in you guys before. In the last few weeks, and this is where your karmic mission is to follow that mission, basically, that knight of shining armor. It's within your relationships. If it feels good, go for it, I think, is what you're doing here. The overall energy is going to protect you through coincidences, which are going to avoid you from getting into too many hot waters in regards to your relationships. And the universe here is sort of saying, this is a whole new mission for you. This is a whole new episode or it's a new level of connection within your relationship if you are already in a relationship. If you are looking for a relationship, I think there's things that you need to let go of in order for the relationship for you to find somebody. There is something you need to let go of, which is allowing you to put yourself first within you. So, understanding your happiness in order to combine your happiness with another person. I think that's very much also on the cards here for you. And I think the universe is here is almost, it's like the universe is helping to trigger that sort of like switch within you so you can then just start going after what you want. And I think you've been doing this for some time. You've come from a place where it is the Seven of Swords, which is all about playing smart, avoiding situations that are just going to be conflictual, that are going to hold you up, that are going to distract you from enjoying life and being in life. And I think it's it's working in cahoots with the Nine of Wands as well. Those healthy boundaries that are generally floating around, the energies around you to stop you from going off too far off the rails. Now, this is the one I was talking about earlier on, where there's something you're maybe holding on to tightly. I think it's also within you. I think it's like you're not. I wouldn't give away your emotions if there's no return, because that plays into the Six of Pentacles, which is just above it. And it's got to be said that most signs here, and I'm surprised you haven't got the Ten of Pentacles as well here somewhere. It may come up in the clarification, but most people have been getting the Ten of Pentacles. And a lot of people have been getting Pentacles on the work side of life, on the relationship side of life, sorry. And you've got quite a few here. You've got a two at least, two swords. So you've got a lot of more mental activity. But this here that's playing through you at the moment, either you need to let go of your inhibitions, that's a possibility, and allow yourself to be, enjoy yourself, so therefore you can enjoy the presence of another person or being in a relationship with another person. But there is also a sort of something here to be said with this playing smart from where you're coming from, but playing smart of how you actually give away your emotions and choosing to give your emotions to relationships that give you the return. And that's what the overall outcome is. Six of Pentacles, everybody's been getting it as well. This is putting you first, basically, within your relationship. Putting yourself in a way that's sort of saying, I want to return on this. You know, I support you in multitudes of different ways. You know, I'd expect support in different areas in the return, so it becomes beneficial for both people within the relationship. And I think this seems to be like a squaring up of this sort of situation where it within your relationships it becomes a lot more defined, a lot clearer that, you know, if this is going to work, we need to help each other and not just have it going in one sense, as it were. Okay, on your financial side, did you not get this in your weekly readings just before, in the last couple of weeks? Understanding your calling, understanding where you're going. If it feels right, then do it, because it is right. This is what I'm getting here off of this card here. It's like you're not going to know what your righteous path is to do until you do it. And this is what I get off of this, is where you're sort of like, you're getting in step with yourself. It's a little bit like that lunar eclipse that went through, that's connecting the crown chakra and the heart chakra. It's collecting the logic and the emotional desires. And when they're step in step, that we really do make some good progression through life. And this is what I think you're living. I think you're living your truth, or the true side of you, fully, basically. And the universe here is influencing it with the Ace of Wands. There's a lot of passion here in doing right, or doing things correctly, or advancing, or getting results, as it were. And I think this is the universe is giving you this sort of like passion to actually receive those results, receive those benefits and from it. And this is a whole new cycle after some serious hard work that you may have been doing over the past year. Now you're finally seeing the results, and this is a real turning point for you. It's finishing that idea of not getting enough and now getting what you so desire. You have done a lot of networking. You've done a lot of work, I think. It could be within your career path, within your business, or within your, your projects, or whatever it is. I think you've done a lot of work by finding out what's going on, doing a lot of research, doing a lot of understanding about the market, doing what sort of people are the players within the market space that you're in within your company, who are the people to connect with, connecting with those people. I think there's been a lot of that, and it's been basically teeing you up with a good network. And with this good network here, I think it's becoming blatantly obvious what you should be doing and where you should be going about it. I don't think there's lots of possibilities, and there's always lots of possibilities in life, which you can see on this Seven of Wands here. On this Seven of Wands, you've got that sort of one with a snake, you've got a one with a reef. What's that one there? Is that a fountain? Yes, it is. It's like a hydrant or a dragon there. On that side, there's obstacles in there and everything like that. But there's only one cup that's really shining, which is this cup here that's giving you everything. And I think it's so obvious for you as you go forward. And as you do this and you allow this sort of new passion to come through with results for you, as you allow it to come through, this is where you get that sensation of really sort of like things are starting to work for you, as it were. It's, really good. Really good for you, Taurus. Let's just have a look what the lights cards all over the show here. What's going on? Hang on a second, I've just dropped a few, so you have to just bear with me. There's all sorts, really. There's a lot of kings in all of that. Far too many to really sort of pull on. Let me just check, make sure there wasn't one that's dropped down there. No, that seems to be fine. Yes. Blimey. So let's, with the Light Seers card, let's do that. Don't forget about the Sunday lives as well that we're going to be doing according to this, that you can ask for a personal clarification on one of the petals. You have to be subscribed in order to do that, but it'd be lovely to see you there. With the Nine of Wands, you get the Two of Wands. I think the energy here is sort of saying it's giving you protection because you're putting yourself in the situation. This could be also, and I think as much as on your relationship side as on your financial side, you've planned a lot, you've thought a lot through, you know where you're going, as I said, within your financial side. And I think you know what you want. And that's taking a lot of planning. And I think the universe is sort of saying, the way you've positioned yourself over the past 6 months to a year is, in a way, it's that's giving you those healthy boundaries. Because you've put in the work, you're getting the protection that goes along with it. With the Knight of Swords, this mission that you should be going on, you get the Hierophant. There is a degree of teaching that's going on here as well. There's also the Hierophant knows how to get to his dreams and his aspirations. He knows the steps that the Hierophant needs to take in order to get there. There is also a degree of marriage, because normally it's a priest within traditional sort of, or like a holy person in the traditional sort of tarot. And it is a bit like a teacher as well. In that sort of respect. And I think in a way it's kind of not do as I say but do as I do sort of scenario. And I think this is playing smart for you, and this is, you're only allowing people to see the real you that really deserve to see the real you, if you understand what I mean. With the Death and Rebirth card, you get the Ace of Swords. 2 aces out on the table now. Is there 2 aces out on the table? No, there's only 1 ace out. No, there is 2 aces. The universe is giving you aces all over the place here. Scorpio season is a very prosperous season for you, Taurus. Things really do start kicking. You get a bit of an uptick in a lot of things here. And I think with this new cycle, I think it giving you an absolute clear vision as well. The funny thing is these two here, they have those staircases on there. On the Ace of Swords, sorry, it's a spiral sort of thing. So you've with your mental energy, you're really sort of like growing something, a way of getting yourself to the height of what you should be doing, and just being absolutely clear about where you're going, basically. With the Seven of Swords, you get the Three of Wands. Three of Wands. It's playing smart. I think is going to take time, and I think it has taken time. And it seems to be that you've almost been very patient within your relationships here. And I think this is part of your playing smart as well, or reducing the idea of someone who cheats or lies around you, that's scheming a little bit. And I think there could well be that sort of thing. And this is why maybe you're holding on, that is just a little bit of mistrust in someone or some situation here, which is making you hold on very tightly. And what you should be doing, if you have that sort of situation around you, if that's playing through you, then you should think of yourself first. Make sure you're okay before anything else. But I do think here is where you've been playing smart. Is all to do with your patience of how you're going forward. With the Four of Pentacles, you get the Four of Wands. This is another marriage card, and it goes beautifully with that card there as well, the Hierophant. This is on a mission. I think you're on a mission to consecrate your marriage, and that not necessarily, I don't particularly see any sort of like pregnancy, and I don't really sort of like play on that, because it's it is a bit sort of particular, one person-ish sort of thing. But here I think is where you are moving into a situation within your couple that is moving to the next level, and it could be moving in together, it could be maybe even getting married and that sort of thing, but it's got to work for you. And then we get the Seven of Swords again. It's playing smart with air with that Six of Pentacles. So if it's working for you, it's going to work for everybody. That's the thing. That's how it works. And you'll find your relationships go a lot better when you sort of, you take that on board and use that as a bit of a mission statement for you going forward. On your financial side, what do we get on your financial side? With the with the Judgment card, you get the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is giving you that focal point, that sort of clarity, that communication. It's a really vibrant energy here as well on your financial side, and it's got a lot of confidence in it, and a lot of confidence within you and within the path that you are taking, and it is taking it ultimately to the next level, and it's concentrating on that next level that's going in for you. With the with the Ace of Wands, you get the Three of Cups. Yes, I think the universe is encouraging you to sort of this new passion, this newfound sort of direction and being clarity of this mission. You're on a mission here on both sides of where you're going for. Out with the old and in with the new, but it's giving you a focal point of that passion within your life, in your workspace, and connecting. And I think it comes through that connection that I was talking about earlier on, of how you connected people within your workspace and stuff like that. Wow! Gee whiz! It's so spot on. You get the Ace of Wands. This is mad. I mean, how do I get this out? Ace of Wands and the Three of Cups on both cards, on both petals here. Okay, so I think it's because you've understood how you can make this work for you. Whatever it is you're doing, this career path, this business, this project, and it's through your passions of connecting with other people. And when you start getting really passionate about it, there's nothing that's going to hold you back. That's a really blistering foundation for your financial side. With the Seven of Cups, you get the Two of Cups. This is where you get into alignment with yourself. This is where you see that evident path. This is where you respond to that judgment calling within yourself. There is something going on within your financial world, within your material world, where you realize the ultimate goal. And you're now starting to laser focus on it, where it's giving you this sort of road to success that is almost, it's exponentially growing as you go forward. And it is so beautiful because it makes you feel that this is it. This is exactly what I should be doing. And as you do that, that's what's going to increase this change of fortune for you. It's going to really start growing for you. And you end up with the Page of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune. It could be this month here where you've decided to go for another job, a much more better paid job, or a job that gives you a lot more time but still pays you the same amount of money, or you're starting a business, or you're selling a business, or whatever it is. It's just opening a door of taking it to the next level, basically. Life is going to the next level for you. Absolutely brilliant. Really, really, really nice. Good. I'm just quite blown away by the by this side here of how there is something that you're just really understanding that's really going to help you sort of succeed. It's absolutely beautiful to see. Beautiful to see to us. So there you go. Don't forget the live that's happening on Sunday. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you get the best out of these sort of readings as well. I hope it helps you to sort of like see clearly within your life. It's looking really good for you. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun. So please do enjoy. So Scorpio, happy birthday to you all. Welcome to your Astroflower reading for the month of November. Yes. Yes, we have that live coming out, as I've just said probably at the beginning of the video that you might well have seen in the introduction. Coming up for the Sunday, where you can ask questions on the cards that have been pulled in a particular petal according to your monthly. If you've got a question that's particular to you, which can give you a little bit more sort of clarity, that'd be really good. On your relationship side, there's a lot of insurance this year for you. I think this coming year, I did do your yearly birthday sort of like reading as well. But there's a lot of, in November, it starts off quite nice for you. Certainly on your relationship front, and on your financial front, there's a lot of opening doors. And once the floodgates are open, that's when you really start moving and rocking and rolling by the looks of things. On your relationship side, I think you're discovering that the sky's the limit, and even that's not the limit. You can go as far as you like in a way. I think there's a lot of possibilities, and I think you're very, in regards to your relationships, this could be on a one-to-one basis as much as family, friends, and community, and that sort of thing. I think there's I get this sort of feeling of determination for it to work. Determination for you to get, the best out of it, which you should do, obviously. But let's just get in the first overall energies which you got flowing for you in the month of November is the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, it's got to be said, I think it's literally come out in every single reading. So it seems, and quite a few have come up in the overall energies as well. I think there's a lot of, in November, there seems to be a turning point. I don't know if you saw the collective reading. If you haven't, go and have a look at it. There seems to be a real sort of turning point of consciousness, I think, certainly within the financial side, but also in the way in which we sort of treat each other and how we sort of like start, conduct ourselves and stuff like that. I think it's an understanding. I think there's something that comes to the surface that we all sort of grasp and understand, basically. And this Ten of Pentacles is giving that sort of sensation of a new beginning in a way. But it's a new beginning built out of the idea, and I think this is what the energy is particularly flowing through you, Scorpio. This idea of that you have everything. You have all the abundance that you possibly need. On your relationship side, you've got the Empress card. This is where the Empress has got all those great possibilities with all those sort of seeds and what have you. And I think there's this understanding that you've gathered over this past sort of 6 months. And I've been saying it quite a lot, I know, but this understanding is now being triggered within you, and it's like kind of like, come on in, let's get it on. Let's have some fun. You know, yeah, life has been difficult, and I think it's been difficult for a lot of people, and it's not degrading anybody of what they're going through in life at all. But it is a case of, yes, it's been difficult, but now is the time to allow things to shine. With the universe influencing this Empress card with the King of Pentacles, there's a lot of practicalities on the relationships at the moment. There's a lot of pentacles coming out. So it's actually physically engaging in the relationships around you. And the universe here is sort of saying, this is where we come back to the idea that you've done a lot for yourself. You understand a lot. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about relationships and so forth. And it seems like you're in a position now where you can rely on that understanding, and the universe, because you can rely on that understanding, the universe is sort of like backing you up with a lot of sort of like reassurance or connection and assurance with the relationships that are around you. You've come from this beautiful exploration of what is possible, and I think this is the main understanding for you at the moment. You've understood that, yeah, actually, I could, you know, life can be a lot better than what I'm living, or, you know, I can enjoy life much better in this way rather than what I've been doing in the past. And you've come from this sort of like idea that it's a perpetual sort of rewards, as it were, because of this sort of positive attitude that you're giving into the world at the moment, because it does seem incredibly positive. And as I say, there's a lot of pentacles going on here on the relationship side. So I think it's a physical engagement and kind of going, words are all very well, but let's get down to, you know, let's get down to enjoying life, or let's get down to physically enjoying life. It's all very well dreaming about it. Let's get on and do. Let's get a bit of practicality into it. And that's really good for you, I think, because I think you'll really enjoy that. In your future self, this is where you're coming and saying, let's get on and let's do it. I think this is where you want to get on now. And this is because you're coming out of your birthday season in November as well. And you're moving into your winter. That's the first 3 months after your birthday. And in the winter period, and this is regardless of the northern and southern hemisphere, it's according to your birthday. Okay, and normally in the winter period in the northern hemisphere, that's for sure. Certainly in the winter period as well within the southern hemisphere, in natural sort of thing. That's the moment when we plant seeds. That's the moment then when we sort of till the earth. So the earth is really ready for the seed to be, you know, to germinate. And this is where I think you're getting on now. And I think it's kind of going, okay, it's time to get on now. Want to experience everything in life. I want to really enjoy it. And it's a really vibrant energy which you've got about you, that's flowing through you, really. And you've got a very good positive outlook. And you've got the 9 of Cups in the overall outcome. This is where you're converting those practical sort of things, those connections with other people, in a way. And this could be, as I say, on a very personal level, one-to-one, as much as it could be on a group. And you've got all those, those repetitive results that have been coming into your life. And now you're converting them into very good emotions. And I think it's more of a case of, I think, being discerning about how you're choosing this. So you're not just sort of like giving it away willy-nilly, as it were. You know, you're looking for very precise. This is what I'm getting from this card here as well. Very precise ways of interaction within your relationship. That it's physically stimulating as much as it is emotionally stimulating. And that's what it seems like here. And I think you've got a lot of possibilities and a lot of choices with that 9 of Nine of Cups. But at the same time, you're being very conscious about how you're making those choices as you go forward. On your financial side, you've got the Six of Pentacles, and this has also been a very interesting card that's coming out for a lot of people. And I think this is where it works on that whole sort of basis that why not me? That's the sort of feeling I get from you. It's like sort of, you know, it seems like, you know, if there may be a case where you've been trying to do something, you've been trying to do a project, a business, trying to get your career path going and everything like that. And for some of you, it may not have been working, and some of you kind of thinking, well, you know, why not me? Why not the success for me? And for other people, it's kind of sort of like who've already, you know, who are doing well within your career path. It's a case of kind of going, okay, well now I need to put in a great foundation, and I need to make my sort of my financial and my material world a lot more sort of secure and sort of solid, as it were. And that's what it seems to be, is putting you forward more than anything else. And I don't think that's a nasty thing. I don't think that's egotistical as well. The only time it's egotistical is when you walk on people in order to get there. You know, it's like you stand on somebody in order to be higher, and that's egotistical. No, I think you deserve it, basically. On the universe, how the universe is influencing this karmic path, you've got the Page of Swords, opening up that doorway, that possibility of, you know, of discovery, of curiosity within whatever you want to do. You're opening it up, or the universe is trying to stimulate the sort of, you know, the mental, the channeling, or the intuition side of you, the more sort of manifestation sort of side of you through sort of mental concentration. In a way, that's what I think that they're doing, and I think they're sort of saying concentrate on, you know, making sure that you're okay. The life is, you know, is working for you, because that's how it works. You know, when you're okay, everybody else can be okay. That's really important. You know how to work, Scorpio. There is no doubt about it. You know, when you start putting your mind to it, you will make and pay attention to all of the finer details of the, you know, the job or the business or the project that you're actually doing. And because you've got that finer detail, I think you've got this understanding about what you want and how it works and stuff like that. And now it's the time to make it start working for you, which is, you know, where the universe will help you to sort of open that pathway with that Page of Swords. In your future self, this is where this whole idea comes in of why not me? And seeing the reality for what it is, knowing that it works in a certain way, and you know how it seems to work. And once you start applying that, and you start seeing the reality for what it is, so pushing button 1 and button 3 makes button 4 ring. You know, it's as simple as that within sort of like your job or your business or your project. You know how to get it going on, and that makes you feel incredibly productive more than anything else within your life. It makes you, it's going to make you a lot more sort of soul satisfied if you engage in it this way. And once you do, then the overall outcome of the month of November, you come out the starting blocks like on fire by the looks of things, and on both sides. But certainly on your financial side, I think once you start sort of making it work for you, and then you get that happiness coming through, that's when, obviously, that's when the victories start rolling in, but rolling in quite quickly. And I think December, I'm getting the 17th, 18th, 19th. I think December's going to be a really blistering month for you. That's what it feels like, that things are really going to start taking some serious sort of steps forward. That is not without complications. You know, my son is growing a business in France, and he's doing incredibly well. You know, he is doing incredibly well. But sometimes he's realised that, you know, quick growth creates a lot of complications, a lot of situations, a lot of problems. but he's actually discovering that continual progressive growth is so much more sort of solid and gives you a lot more returns than just quick growth, because quick growth can mean quick descent as well. I think this is where you're gonna have to be a little bit wary of that quick growth to make sure that you don't lose your footings, as it were. Let's just do a bit of a clarification with the Light Seers cards. Don't forget about the live on Sunday. That's going to be funny. I'm really sorry, by the way, about your birthday surprise live. That is coming. We're going to be doing that on Wednesday because I was technically inadequate about doing a live. But, I've learned a lot since, and we're doing the first live we've ever done on Sunday, so we'll see how it goes. I'm sure there's things that mess up, always does in life. But anyway, thank you very much for being here, by the way. Really do appreciate it. Look at that, 10 of Pentacles and the Sun. This assurance that is coming in from life, and it's like this new air of enthusiasm, or not enthusiasm. It's a case of positive. It's not positive. What is the word I'm thinking of? Scorpio, what's the word I'm thinking of? You're probably shouting at me now, aren't you? It's an affluent sort of future. That's not even the word I was thinking of, but it's like affluent. It's like a really positive way of looking at things. This sort of air that's coming in at the moment is making you feel happy, making you feel that there's lots of things moving forward. And I think your happiness will be a lot of stimulation about getting on with your relationship side, and actually getting on as well on your emotional side and on your financial side. Here with the Empress card, look at that. You get the High Priestess. When I talk about sort of intuition and stuff like that, that's what I was talking about. I think the universe is really trying to encourage that within your life. This intuition is going to be heavily influenced by what you've understood over the past year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever. The learning that you've done within your life. I think it's going to give you an advantage in being able to connect with people, being able to sort of like enjoy the moment, as it were. With the with the King of Pentacles, you get the Page of Swords. As I said, with the Page of Swords, which was on the universal energy, on the financial side, you've now got it again on the sort of relationship side. And I know it's a Page of Wands. Page of Wands. Okay, so this is to do with your passion. Sorry, it's still 2 pages though. It's still opening up and understanding the pathway and stuff like that. I think, so with this understanding, this understanding which is using in your intuition and your knowledge and your sort of, your sense of community as well, and being with other people, and that desire for that, I think is going to grow stronger when you allow the passions of life to flow in your direction. Look at that, I've got cars jumping up all over the place. It's all going Pete Tong. That's for all you English people, Londoners or English or whatever, it's I think the universe is bringing in a lot of passion through that understanding and that knowledge within you, which is going to stimulate that sort of intuition within you. And I would jump on it. So, let's just say you're out at like a bar or a pub and they've got a bit of music on and stuff like that, and you just feel like you want to say, hi to someone else in the bar. It doesn't necessarily chat them up, just anyway. It could be even down the shops or walking down the road, waiting at the bus stop, whatever it is. If you think you're sort of like, if you want to say hello to that person, just say hello to them. That's the sort of thing, allowing, and then getting passionate about the people that you're meeting. Once you start doing that, you're going to, there you go, you got the Page of Swords. I knew it was coming out sooner or later. And it came out with the Nine of Pentacles. So, yeah, it's that stimulating ideas. And I think this is where you've come from as well. And the universe is sort of like recognizing that. And you've created, I think, with your intuition, the possibility of relationships, or the development of relationships, and the expansion of your sort of relationships that you're in already through sort of ideas. You've been using a lot of your ideas and are being very innovative. Yeah, with these Seven of Wands, you get the Six of Cups. This is where I think you've been. It's like you've grown up, right? This is what it is. It's like you've grown up, and now you're kind of going, come on, let's get the show on the road. You know, that's the sort of energy that's coming through it. Really nice energy. As long as you engage with your passions and you stimulate, you keep stimulating your intrigue into life, then it should pay you sort of no ends of dividends, basically. And then you get the Ace of Wands with the Nine of Cups. You know, this is where it's a whole new beginning for you, your new year, and it's a very, very passionate one. And this is where this passion that I was talking about here, these you're trying it out in this month. And I think by the end of the month, this is what I was saying about the cup. I was saying about the cup, you're choosing a cup. You're choosing one of those sort of Nine of Pentacles. You're choosing that sort of thing that really sort of like speaks to you more than anything else. And that drives that passion and that pleasure as well with the Ten of Pentacles. It drives that pleasure and that passion as well within you. Let's just see what's going on the financial side. Manifestation. That was what I was saying about the Knight of the Page of Swords. I think you've got this capacity in you now to manifest and be part of an economic revolution that's going on, I think, this month. Seeing the collective, I think there's going to be a general understanding about a different approach to finances that are coming on. And you can be part of this and start really, it is manifesting for you. This is it. If you're trying to manifest for everybody in the world, forget it. You're going to have problems, I think. It's going to be hard work. But if you start manifesting for you, then you can then share that around, and everybody could be a winner. With the Page of Swords, you get the Two of Swords. These are these ideas that are coming through on the Page of Swords, which is on this side here. I think it demonstrates it even better here. These light bulb moments that are coming through, and how do you convert those light bulb moments into reality? And also at the same time, it helps you across from one side to another. It takes you from one dimension to another. It's a learning process about your intuition, about your manifestation, of how to manifest your future. And it's a choice here. Is it a difficult choice? Difficult in the sense that I think it's going to make you a bit more outward going, which is not. You love partying. I think you enjoy life as well, and I think you enjoy the good things in life. But at the same time, don't necessarily like being the centre of attention, or in the evening. You would love people to look at you like everybody does. You know what I mean? But at the same time, Yoda nearly came out there, blimey. But at the same time, you don't necessarily want to be pointed at in a nice way, And I think this is a choice here for you to make, to sort of kind of say, no, I'm going to be part of it. I'm going to be part of it, basically. The Queen of Wands with the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I think you've engaged in your passions of regards to your workspace. I think you've been working hard. You've created this Ten of Cups and Chariot scenario that's coming through in November because you've been curious about life. And this curiosity is now, you're no longer a student, you're more, sort of a teacher in this way, sort of scenario. And this is leading you onto, and that's all led you onto this good quality work, has led you onto this sort of situation where you do have this happiness after difficulty. And as I say, it's been a real learning curve for you over the past sort of year, 2 years. There's no doubt about it. And as you go forward, you're being called to this mission in your life. You're being called to this sort of direction within your career path and your business that's much more in tune with humanity than it is with finance. And it's not to say that, money doesn't mean anything and everything like that. That's not true. And you should be able to earn your money. You should be able to get your worth out of life. And I think this is really important that you do that, because that's what you've got there, and that's what you should be manifesting. But at the same time, you want it to be fulfilling, I think. And that's what seems to be happening here in this November period. You seem to be getting this coming back up again. And then with the Chariot, you get the Eight of Pentacles again. So it's good quality work that you're doing here, and you're bossing it up by the looks of things. And that could be from anything within your sort of like career, within a job, within a career path or a business, or even your projects to buy houses, or do a YouTube channel, or write a book, or whatever you so desire to do. I think this is now you're getting on and doing something like that. You're being called to a mission, really, in life. And it's not quite there. It seems like you've got work to do on it. But the more you work on it, the quicker it's going to go. The quicker it's going to arrive, basically. So there you go, Scorpio. Thank you very much for being here. I really do appreciate your support for this channel. It's absolutely lovely. All the messages we get in the comments, absolutely brilliant. There's a great community building up over time. It's absolutely lovely. Part of the Astroflower family. I will see you for the live where you can ask questions on any of these cards or any of this situation that has come out in this reading here. Yes. There's also loads of links in the description below and stuff like that. I will see you soon. I will see you on Sunday. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy. Leo, how's it going? Welcome to your Astroflower family reading. There's two things that wanted to jump out there. You're going to get both of them on the overall energy. Wow, really good. Nice. And it's, blimey. I tell you what. There is a definite, almost like coming together of a lot of things within life at the moment between the signs. There seems to be a lot of repeating cards that I've been seeing, and particularly within one particular position as well, which we'll go into in a minute on the overall energies. On your relationship side, there's a certain liberation that's happening for you. And because you have taken on a different attitude within your relationship, this is where you're going to be utterly freed up and make some very good sort of direction, roads towards your ultimate dreams and aspirations. On your financial side, you seem to be owning it, basically. And learning a lot about yourself, learning a lot about the world around you. There's a lot of offerings coming into you, and there is definite sort of victory. This is really quite a nice reading, actually. So these are the two cards that came out on the overall energy. Ten of Pentacles has come out for everybody. Well, not everybody. It has literally come out for everybody. I think there's only 1 or 2 signs maximum that haven't had them. But a lot has had it in the overall energies as well. And I think this is an overall, if you've seen the collective that I did, I think there's a change in the air of the world at the moment, which is playing through in the overall energies, which is bringing a lot of enthusiasm, optimism. I was trying to remember that word earlier on, and I remember it with you, Leo. This is brilliant. You're getting a lot of optimism going on, and I think this is helping you to see the world in a different way, see the possibilities in a different way. And I think it's this optimism in the overall energies here is allowing people to experiment and explore a lot more, because the logic and the heart seem to be in alignment. On your karmic message for your relationship side, you have the Six of Pentacles. This is another card that's been coming up for everybody. And I think this is a case here in your relationship. Sometimes we do a lot of things for other people and don't necessarily do a lot of things for ourselves. And here I think there's got to be a fair exchange. And I think this is as much for you as much as for the other people that are around you. And recognizing this fair exchange will allow you to then sort of sift through and realize what is working for you, what relationships are working for you and what are not. The universe here is giving you the Eight of Swords. I think you're emotionally, I think there's certain situations or certain relationships around you that emotionally has drained you, basically. That you've got nothing left to give to that situation, and I think it's now time to free yourself up from that. And we've been saying it over the past sort of month. It's been a recurring thing that's been coming up for you, to be honest. And yes, I think you've seen that evident path. This is where you're connecting your past to your future, sort of thing, or your guys that are working on your super subconscious. You've seen the way of how it should be for you. And this is where you should be following that path. And I think you have been as well. And I think because you have been, this is where you've got situations which the universe are trying to highlight to you that have come to its end, come to the end of the road. The thing that is blowing through you is the Hermit. The Hermit's learned a lot about different things. It is a teacher as well, the Hermit. It's learnt the idea of being part of everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly of everything. And through all of that experience, the Hierophant gets to the top of the mountain and it plucks a star from the sky and uses it as his guiding light as he goes down his pathway. And I think you've done this now. And I think this ties into that whole sort of thing of the fair exchange as well. You've done this and you're following that evident path for you going forward. That one cup that is overflowing with love rather than other cups that are sort of can be quite dangerous or detrimental to you. And with the Hermit card, you're now starting to put that into practice within your life. And what is your future? It's that star. It's basically that star that the Hermit has put in his lantern, basically. And it seems like you're going to be getting your ambitions or your goals or what you so desire within your relationships in your life through December and so forth, is because you do sort of have that fair exchange sort of thing that's running through your karmic mission, and you have been following that pathway which is so evident for you, which is what the Hermit is all about. You're going to get what you so desire within your relationships if you stick to that. On your financial side, on your karmic mission, you get the King of Wands. This is totally you, Leo. This is very sort of a leader or an authority to do with passion, and it's that passion that makes you the leader and makes you very determined about where you're going and what you're doing and how you should be, and how things should be done and what have you, and putting your passion into that. And I think that's the driving force behind you at the moment for this month. The universe is giving you the Page of Pentacles, a learning curve over which is a medium term cycle. It's not like a 9 months to a year cycle, one of the first human cycles here. And you're learning, I think the universe is helping you to learn about this, helping you to learn how to use your luck, how to cultivate the your ambitions, how to open up the doorway to getting that promotion and so forth. Is there a promotion in here? I think there is. I think there's a job offering, or there's an opportunity for you in this month that is, I think it's already been there, and I think you're working out the details here. This is where you're bossing it up in a way. You're really standing in your power and learning about the medium term to long term plans. So basically, it could be an opportunity that you know that you've got to engage in for a reasonable long period of time. And that has come through, this offering has come through with the Knight of Cups here, which is connecting your past to your future. And I think it's playing on your passionate side, the side that really makes you tick. But in order to get it into reality, there seems to be some sort of contractual sort of thing that you're working out the details here on could be on like a job contract, or a client that you've been working on for some time for your business, and you're going to land that client, and now you're going to land that client. You've also got to get that that sort of the detail, or the contracts done, and working on those sort of details. I think that's what's blowing through you at the moment. I think this is what you're concentrating on, and because you're concentrating on it, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a confirmation. You're going to get that crown, basically. That crown there, which is what the crown of the your karmic mission is. This is what you is sort of being offered to you, and it's a sensation of winning on all fronts, winning on all parts of your your financial, or your sort of career, or your business. There's a lot of sort of understanding here, a lot of sort of realization of knowing how to do it, and it being very clear within you of how to do it. Okay, so let's just have a look now with the Light Seers cards. Let's do a bit of clarification on that. We have got the live on Sunday where you can ask questions according to any of these cards that are coming up that you want a bit more sort of clarity on. The live is on Sunday. You can see that on our community page. There will also be links in the description on this video here. You have to be subscribed in order to ask a question, so make sure you know that in advance. With the overall energy here, with the Ten of Pentacles and the Hangman, seeing things differently, yeah, you're stepping through a new paradigm. I believe you're stepping into a whole new way of being, basically, in your life. It comes with celebrations. It's combining, those two wands there and these two wands here. It's combining planning that you've done. I think the energy is understood, the pathway that you need to lead. And because through that understanding, it seems to be coming into alignment with you. And it is a very sort of, this optimism is playing through with a bit of celebration, a bit of, moving from one way of being into another way of being. Hierophant, of course, why not? You know what I mean? It goes so well with the Hermit card. It's like, it's like they're best buddies, but they do things in completely different ways. The Hierophant there is like the Hermit card. He knows how to get that star, and he knows the steps he needs to take in order to get there. And what's at the top of the pile? The star. So I think you've definitely got this this within your karmic path at the moment. It's also a teacher as well, it's got to be said, and a magic, and a priest. So it's all, there is a case for marriage as well and stuff like that within this. But I think this is basically how you make the relationships work for you. With the Eight of Swords, you get the Three of Pentacles. Is there I think because of the good quality work that you've done, I think you're attracting people around you, yes, that do work for you as well. But also at the same time, you've got this situation where I think there's some sort of relationship that has run a bit dry, as it were, that's got no more juice in it, that there's no more emotions in there. And I think this is the good quality work that the universe is trying to make you understand, so you can let go of that, and you can free yourself up. With the Seven of Cups, you get the Four of Cups. You've distilled it into that one cup. That's what you're doing, and that's what's evident with the Seven of Cups. It's like the evident path. It's that, oh blimey, it's that one cup that you should be sort of following, that evident path, and you have been. And I think this is what this understanding is here, and within you. And this is what that Hierophant card is all about. You know the steps now in order to get there. And you get the Emperor. Is that twice you've got the Emperor? No, you've got the King of Wands over there. This is the Emperor. This is also very much a Leo card with the Hermit. You know every aspect of your empire. You know every aspect of you in regards to your relationships. So you know what makes you tick. You know the sort of the activities that you like to do with someone, the connections that you like to have with someone. And now you're starting to sort of live it, or trying to manifest it within your relationship. And I think you're being this point of reference within your relationships at the moment. And I don't think it's just necessarily one-to-one here, because there's no Two of Cups and lovers and stuff like that. I think it's generally, I think it's also within your family, your friends, your community and stuff like that. I just think you're being recognised here for some reason, because you've done a lot of good work and distilled it. With the Star card, you get the Two of Pentacles. This could be revealing that Two of Pentacles by making that choice of concentrating on the relationships that actually work for you, and allowing to let go of the relationships that don't work for you, because that's what the universe is encouraging you to do. And the Two of Pentacles, you're concentrating on the things that are working for you. It's going to reveal to you things that may not necessarily be seen before, according to these relationships that have been holding you back. And it will allow you to see clearly the star, or your goals and your ambitions, or your dreams and aspirations for you and your community, your family, your relationships that are around you, your friends and what have you. On your financial side, Ace of... you got the 1, 2, 3 of the Pentacles here. You're bossing it up basically, and I think this is this golden opportunity that is arriving, or has arrived for you, which you do need to be very clear on the detail of these contracts, or it just seems like there's contracts that needs to be signed for you. And it's something new. It brings in a lot of luck. It helps you, allows you to plant a lot of things. It's the starting of something new. There is no doubt about it. The Page of Pentacles, you now get the Empress. You've now got the Empress and the Emperor on the clarification there that plays through you here. And it's she has got that capacity to combine everything that is around her emotionally, to create a lot of possibilities. And that's what's happening with the Page of Pentacles there. You're starting to learn that in that longer term story, that longer term possibilities within you. And she has, it's giving birth to something new. It's giving birth to that Ace of Pentacles, which is going to breed into that Ace of Swords at the end. And it depends on how you engage with this opportunity. How are you engaging with this opportunity that's coming in for you? Well, you get the Five of Swords. That's interesting. With the Knight of Cups, I think there's an opportunity. I think you've worked out, if you really want to get ahead on your career or get your business to go on, or to start that YouTube channel, or to really start to write that book or paint that painting, or learn this sort of thing, or just get success in your life. I think you've realized now there's no point wasting your time on conflicts that are just not contributing to your success. And I think this opportunity has highlighted that it's time for you to shine, and time for you to let go of move from a small pond to a bigger pond, basically, with this opportunity. And then you get the King of Wands again. This is definitely you're stepping very much into your power. Look at that. I think here is hold the line. If you're signing contracts, if you're starting a new contract for your work, if you're opening up a business and doing the contracts for that, or whatever it is, or just even starting a business or starting a project, I would be confident about it, and allow that confidence to be that driving force behind everything that you're doing. And it is time to get down to doing it, get down onto the work. Look at that. You've got on this side, you've got two Kings of Wands, you've got two Knights, you've got two Aces. It is quite phenomenal what is going on here. And this is a longer term plan as well. And it looks like it's coming to fruition. It's coming to success basically for you. And I think this is what it's a creeper. It's like the success is turning up over a period of time. And it's something that you've been working on for a long time that's finally coming to the surface for you, basically. So yeah, there you go, Leo. Thank you very much for being here. Don't forget about the lives happening on Sunday, where you can ask questions and what have you. You have to be subscribed in order to do that. There's loads of links in the description below. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you get the best out of all of this. In the meantime, I will speak to you soon, and don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy. Aquarius, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading for the month of November. Yes, on your relationship side, absolutely brilliant at the moment. It's very, very powerful, really. I think it's actually for the collective. No, but then you've got that card there. That's amazing. It's certainly being passionate about life at the moment. This is what's really important. I think there's a real coming together between you and someone else that is, it's destiny. It seems to be like you seem to be connecting with someone in a way that's really, sort of like, sort of twin flame or that sort of thing, where it's sort of someone you've known for more than just this one life. You've known from a lot more than that. On your financial side, it's now a case of distilling this past year into what you so decide to take going forward or create in the coming year, because you're starting to move into your autumn period. It does work really well for you actually on your financial side, as you sort of condense your passions into a direction which give you ultimately a great deal of success. On the overall energy, you get Lover's card here. So this is the overall energy. This is not necessarily talking about relationships, although it could well be, but it is also talking about your financial side. I think this is more than anything else. I think the overall energy is because of what you've been doing since the beginning of the year. I think you're totally in tune with yourself and feel very good about who you are and everything like that, and what you should be doing and where you should be going. It's a really nice energy of complicity between you and your higher self. On your relationship side, on the karmic message, you get the Knight of Wands. This is a desire to be sociable, a desire to be connecting with other people, but also following your passions through this, and connecting with someone in a very, very passionate way. And when you do that, then you get into this sort of like happy-go-lucky sort of vibration or rhythm within your life. So that sort of breeds into a lot of other things. The universe here for this month is giving you the Seven of Swords. That's been coming out with a lot of people playing smart, or diffusing future conflicts without having to get involved with fighting, basically. It could well be that there could be of a situation that is maybe a bit of a sort of someone who's maybe taken advantage of you or something like that. That's possible. I think it's the very minority of you, to be honest. But it could well be a case for someone and the universe here is trying to create coincidences, so you realise that. You see this person for what they are. On your past, connecting your past to your future, you've been incredibly patient. With life, with people, with relationships and so forth. But also it's giving you this opportunity to observe the comings and goings of life in the past. And with this observation of the interaction between people and how it actually works, you know what wave you want to take, what direction you want to take, which passion you want to follow. And because you know, then all of a sudden this is opening up your righteous path, your inner calling in regards to your relationships. And this is where I feel there's a bit of a twin flame sort of scenario going on here, where you're really connecting deeply with someone that it just feels so right. And in the overall outcome for the month, it's believing in that magic. It's concentrating on the things that really sort of make you tick, or that work around you and this relationship as well. And I think this is where the rhythm of your passions and knowing that this person here, that you should really, really know, or knowing as well this person that you shouldn't know as well. I think it becomes very, very clear to you. You can sort of it's almost as if you're dealing with relationships, different relationships on different levels, and you're dealing with them perfectly. You're calling a dog on some of them, and other ones you're calling it a beautiful thing. And I think it's really engaging your passions, and also bringing. I get a feeling. This feeling is like it's bringing passions from a long time ago. So let's just say. You enjoy taking photographs, or you enjoy painting, or you enjoy dancing, and you haven't done it for years, and all of a sudden it just comes back on the surface through a connection within your relationships with another person, and it just feels so right. It just feels so good. On your financial side, you've got this karmic message. You get the Four of Cups. This is this distilling that I'm talking about, where you're actually getting in alignment with your higher self. You've taken those connections of what you've been learning or what you've been experiencing over the past year, I think, and now you're really distilling it like a fine wine into one cup, into one heart's desire, one direction and passion that you want to go down. I will just say, on both sides of your life, on where the influence from the universe is coming, you've got 2 sevens here. On the relationship side, it's playing smart. On the financial side, it's knowing your pathway, knowing what you should be doing and where you should be going, as you've distilled it into that cup. Once you start living it passionately, you don't have to defend your position, which you might have had to do in the past. And the universe here is almost defending it for you. So you can naturally just go ahead and do and feel very liberated and free about doing that. As I say, with this card here, it seems to be mirroring. This is where you're coming into alignment with yourself, as it were. because you know, on this side here and this side here, on the relationship side, I said you've been very patient. And this is what also comes out on your financial side with the Temperance card. You've mulled things over. You've distilled that into that one cup. And I think this is what you're actually doing here, or you've been doing for some time. You've been patient. And now in your everyday life, in your forethinking, in the consciousness that is within you, it's now you're getting on and planting those seeds in that field there. And that's what the Knight of Pentacles is doing here. It's almost as if like you should be following, what the thing you should be following is that desire to get on and do, get on and do, get on and do, get on and do. And when you get on and do, look at that, nothing but success for you, really. And I think this is rightful. You know, you've won this position, you've won this place, you've won this sort of recognition, this respect that everyone should be giving you. It's a real creation of a glow up moment, because through what you've been doing in life and how you've conducted yourself in your financial world, or in your job, or in your business. And there is ultimate success if you get on and do, and really sort of condense your passions into one direction, so you get into alignment with who you are. We're going to do a bit of clarification on the Light Seers cards. Don't forget about the live coming up on Sunday, where you can ask a question on any of the cards that come up on this flower here. You have to be subscribed in order to do that. Yes, so I will see you there for that Sunday live, but let's just get on with this. Another Seven of Swords, another Seven of Wands, here. And as I say here, I think the universe, as I said on this one here, I think the universe is sort of defending you. I think the overall energy is doing exactly the same way. It's because you're getting into alignment with yourself. You're feeling that inner power that within you, that confidence, that courage, that sort of like that, you know, that you could take on the world in a way, you know, because you're in aligned with yourself. With the Knight of Wands, you get the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, I think once you get into that passion and allow your passions to go forward, it's going to alleviate complications in the past. I think they're just going to dry up like you know, like a puddle in a midday sunshine in midsummer. You know, I just think if you follow your passions and engage your passions with connecting with other people, it's just going to bring back absolute beautiful returns for you. With the Seven of Swords, you get the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I think you are. I think the universe here is sort of helping you to avoid any sort of future confrontations. It's also helping you to sort of see clearly the situation of someone maybe who may be taking advantage of you. As I said, I think that's a possibility for some of you. But certainly the universe has sort of said, because you've been very clear with yourself, and you know, this is what that playing smart is all about. You've avoided those sort of situations, those conflicts, and that's what you're walking away from within your karmic message. And it's because you've got this sense of victory about you, this sense of winner, as it were. With the Three of Wands, you get the Judgment card. An ascension moment for you, and I think this, I just realised you've got Judgment at the other top of the, in the next card, which is also running for you. This is a continual story for you. I think you've been patient, and now it's time to stand and be recognised. And I think that's what the Six of Wands is all about on your financial sort of side. Yeah, it is connecting with other people, and it is really getting into those passions and enjoying life. Really a beautiful socialising, you know, being very sociable and connecting with people and trying things out, feeling very confident within your relationships at the moment. Looks really, really nice for you. And is there a leap of faith here? I think it's a case of starting more a case of starting a new journey with you being at the helm, or you being at the center of the intuition or the intention of enjoyment of life. And I think this is a change. I think this is a opening up of to explore your curious side in regards to your relationships that are around you, exploring the connection that you have with other people. And it could be a case of, you know, maybe even spending a little bit more sort of time, just when you're being with someone, you're really with someone, as it were, and you're discovering a lot about yourself and a lot about the other people. I think it's just really enjoying the connection that you have with other people. On your financial side, you get the Eight of Swords with the Four of Cups. Like a fine wine, you've distilled it, and that fine wine may have been, I don't think you've been trapped at all. I just think in order to stop yourself from getting in a rut and just doing the 9 to 5, the 9 to 5, the 9 to 5, the 9 to 5. Once you start, you know, to stop you from getting that, you do need to do a bit of innovation. And the Four of Cups is a little bit of an innovation card. It's sort of looking to, you know, should look to the future. Don't look for sort of justification from the past, but always constantly reinventing yourself or creating that new pathway. The universe is trying to bring in your success very quickly indeed. You know, because you've got the Seven of Swords here, Seven of Wands, sorry. You know, the universe is sort of like opening and defending your natural pathway. At the moment I can hold these cards, terrible. The universe is naturally sort of like defending you or helping you to create that sort of situation, and it's going very quickly, and the universe wants it to go a lot quicker, and it's bringing in sort of opportunities or sort of a job, you know, bringing in a job or the job that you want to do, because you've set yourself up, or the business that you want to develop. It's things are going to start really motoring, I think, more than anything in this month. What's connecting the past to the future? You get the Temperance card. I think you've been very patient, but within your patientness, I don't think that's a real word, is it? You know, within that patience, you have accumulated a lot of understanding. I think you've accumulated a lot of potential, and that's what that is here. And I think you're getting ready to release that potential upon the world, because you are in step with yourself. You're in connection with that consciousness and that heart chakra as well, really in alignment with yourself. With the Knight of Pentacles, you get the Hangman. Once you start planting these seeds, and this longer term plan that you've been working on may need adjustment, may need a little bit of a tweak in order to get that success out of that Six of Wands here. But whatever it is, I think there's more than anything else here is, once you start getting on with the plan of what you should be doing, this is when you're going to see life in a different way. I think you're going to see the results in a different way. So you may get more results in the way of, rather than getting more money, you get more time, but the same amount of money, if you know what I mean. You get more, you know, more spare time for you and a lot more sort of money, because you're starting to apply it and getting the success, getting the recognition, really getting the job or the promotion you want, or getting the contract for your business. It all seems to be flowing in that sort of direction for you. And you get the Lovers again, and I think this is where you find your righteous path. This is where you find yourself in complete and utter alignment with yourself in the future, because this success that you are going to be getting in November and December, you have created, and you've been creating this over a long period of time. And I think that's what that is about. You've really kept your eye on the goal here, and it's been beautiful to watch. And it looks like the whole thing's coming together for December, for the November, December. So you can find yourself in your autumn period, and you can then sort of plan your coming year built on a very good success that's coming through for you. So there you go, Aquarius. Thank you very much for being here. Don't forget about the live that's happening on Sunday. I hope you get the best out of these readings. I hope they help you out. Thank you very much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and all of that sort of thing. Absolutely beautiful. There is loads of links in the description below that you can investigate everything about the Astroflower and about myself as well, and the books I write and the things I do. Yes, so I will see you there. Don't forget, life should be fun. Please do enjoy.